Hi, today I want to tell you something about the repair I did on a Sega multi-mega system. The system runs cards and CDs, mega CDs. It's been a challenge. You don't find, or at least I don't find a lot of info on this system on the internet. And that's what makes it so hard to repair. So I wanted to make this video to show you guys how I get this unit up and running again. Primarily the CD part, because the card part, that usually always works, but the CD part, that's the difficult piece, because the pickups, the laser pickups are being, they wear out, and replacements are very hard to find. And it's not just replacing the pickup that makes the system work, it's also doing the fine adjustments on the PLL and the bias and the focus. So I wanted to show you some of my findings here. So let's start. So the first thing that I found out is you don't find anything on the board itself where the points are, the measurement points and stuff are, where you can get the measurements to adjust everything. So after a lot of digging, you can find the data sheets on all the ICs which are on the back part of the board. I will show you a picture of that. Um, and if you look at the data sheets very good, then you can find a data sheet from Sanyo and the pinout, and we have the signal here on the pin where the signal we need is the RF SM signal. Where we can get the CDI. So that's the I pattern that we're looking for, and on that pattern we can adjust the laser. So the I pattern doesn't appear if the CD is not working, if the CD part is not working, and it's not half calibrated. So you will never see the I part if the CD doesn't keep spinning. That's the problem. So you need to do a basic adjustment. So the CD pickup, it's one like this. So the pickup gets the CD, finds the CD, and then starts spinning. And after that, you have to use an oscilloscope to do the fine tuning. The problem I had was I have a digital oscilloscope, and that's my main one. It's about 500-600 euros, so it's not a very expensive one, and that was a bit of the problem, because the digital oscilloscope doesn't show the I very good, and it's garbage, the one I have. I think maybe the more expensive models will show the iPod very good, but not mine. So I also have an old oscilloscope. It's an analog one, and with this one, the eye is perfectly noticeable, and you can do all the adjustments you need. I will show you a basic setting of my PLL bias and EFB potentiometers right here. I will include that in the video here. And then with these basic settings you should be able, if you replace the laser pickup part with the correct one, you also have to remove the solder blob on the bottom side here. So this one is the defective one which came off the unit. There's the solder blob here, you have to remove the blob. And then here on the side you have the small potentiometer on the laser, which you also are going to need to adjust to get this working. Because out of the box these pickups are standard, and they don't work like that. So when you replace the laser pickup and you do the basic potentiometers over here, you don't touch this one for the moment. When you start up the system, you can hear the laser go up and down. It's seeking the TOC, that's the part of the CD which contains the data on where everything is stored, the table of contents, the TOC. If it finds that, it starts spinning. And when it spins, you hear this sound. I'll amplify it here, and so you can hear it. And when it makes that sound, then it keeps the CD is able to read the CD. Maybe not so good, but it starts reading, and then you can do the finer adjustments here. You will need the oscilloscope to make the adjustments on the eye, like as I did. And so I will also show you right now. I will spin up the system here, and you'll see I'll make an image, a capture of the oscilloscope here. So you see the old one, which has the eye and which is now calibrated and configured. But you also see, I'll also screenshot the new one, the new oscilloscope, and you will see that it's to make measurements and to calibrate it on that one. It's complete, for me it's complete garbage. So if you look difference between the old one and a new digital one, my digital one I believe is not expensive enough. But here you can see the CD part of the multimedia running a CD, calibrated and running the game. So that's what I did. This has been a very nice learning experience for me, because yeah, it's you can find a lot of data on how to make these adjustments, and that's what makes it nice for me. It's a challenge to get these old systems up and running, and usually newer digital parts are needed to get these fixed, and also make it easier. But in this case, an old guy, an old oscilloscope, really does a better job. in getting the signal we want to see, and seeing making the adjustments, because the new one is really garbage. Yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will try to help you as much as I can. You need an oscilloscope really to do this, so that's what makes it a bit harder, and preferably an old one. Yeah, so this is my give back to the community on how to fix these things, and a bit of more info you can find here. If you want more info, you can always contact me directly. I will leave screenshots, I will leave a PCB with a bit of text also in this video, and the basic settings on the main board for getting the pickup to spin correctly. So yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give a thumbs up if you like it, and give a thumbs down if you don't. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.